Hey knitters, it's Wednesday! Happy 4th of July! I guess I'll start this video by talking about crafting because I haven't really done much. I finished this Slytherin bow, but I still need to take pictures of it for my Etsy shop and the Ravenclaw one. Maybe I'll do that this afternoon since it's nice and sunny outside, and I kind of have to take pictures outside because the lighting in my room totally sucks. And Jenny has inspired me to pick up my World Vision sweater, so that's what I intend to do next, because I finished one side of it, and then I got bored, I guess, because I used really, small needles, and it took a really long time, and to just finish that one side. It wasn't hard, it was just time-consuming, and so I think I kind of, lost interest because it was taking so long, and I don't like patterns, as you guys know, so it was hard for me to be like, I have to follow this pattern. What is a pattern? Not that the pattern was even that hard. Anyways, I'm rambling. So yes, I intend to start the other side of the World Vision sweater and have something to show you next week. This week's theme is collections, and it took me a while to think about this collection because I was like, well, I have yarn and I have tea and I have all these things that probably all the other knitters have too, books and things, but I realized that I have this collection that I don't think that I've ever talked about on this channel. Okay, so I have this sort of weird affinity for objects surrounding divination, and I know that there's some crazy people out there who probably like, Harry Potter turned you into a fortune teller, but it's not true. I have to admit that I really enjoy Professor Trelawney as a character, and she did sort of inspire this collection because I dressed up like Trelawney for the 7th book release, but I had tarot cards long before I ever read Harry Potter, and I actually have 2 decks, but this one is my favorite, and it's based on Greek and Roman mythology, and so the symbolism, you have to know the myths to really be able to read the cards very well. Not that I'm really good at it or anything, I still have to refer to the book most of the time. I also have some ancient runes in this bag, and basically these I've actually just kind of gotten into, and it's fun. And then I have this little crystal ball that I've never used. It's got little elephants on the stand. It actually is a Harry Potter crystal ball. I bought this at LeakyCon actually, and I've never actually tried to read a crystal ball because it's kind of mirrored and you can't really see anything in it anyway. And I also have a book about reading tea leaves. I have a teacup that was that came with this book somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is, and it's not very fun to drink loose leaf tea. And then I have just a random fortune telling book that kind of, this feels very Professor Trelawney to me because there's little superstitions in here about there's one, if your broom randomly falls over, you're gonna get an unexpected guest, according to this book. And I also have a book about palmistry, which I can't read palms. But yeah, so I have this sort of odd collection of books and things that I use to read the future. No, I don't. Alright, I kind of feel like I need to put a disclaimer here and just say that I'm not a crazy person who sits in my room and doesn't let anything cloud my inner eye or something like that. I use this stuff very sparingly, and it's usually if I just want guidance on something. I don't actually think that any of these tools predict the future, but I think sometimes if you're dealing with a situation where you're not really sure how you feel about it, sometimes it just lets you especially the tarot cards or the runes, it kind of helps you see different aspects of a situation that maybe you hadn't thought of before, or maybe it just kind of validates what you're feeling, and so that's what I use them for. If you want to know more about that, I will talk about it, but there it is. So I feel like I've rambled enough about divination things, so I guess I will end my video now. I hope that everyone is having an awesome 4th of July and Wednesday and week and all that good stuff, and I will see Michael tomorrow. Bye! Kinda mad I'm moody. Ugh.